Okay, guys. WLJK here with the third part, which is going to be recording. I may have mentioned software in the other parts, but I realized I pretty much went through software settings in the actual tech time. So for the tips, I'm going to go through tips for doing a good recording. Now, this does not involve software, hardware, or anything. Well, it does in a way. This involves you. So basically, this is a few things that I have learned, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due. First off, one of the people that I follow that I get a lot of my ideas and the ways to present myself is Gassy Mexican. Um, he is very, very good at what he does. Another person is Lucklin, or goes by Minecraft Workbench. Um, those two people are very good people to watch to get ideas from, but I'm going to turn around and try to put them together for you and make it simpler, plus my own twists. Now, one of the main things you got to think of is, okay, you want to do recording of gameplay commentary. You got to pick a game, whether it's console, PC, web-based, whatever. My biggest suggestion is get a game you enjoy. For instance, I enjoy Minecraft, so I enjoyed doing the mods. I enjoyed the idea of helping people doing the mods. So I did the mod series, which, by the way, I don't know if I'm going to bring back, because it's a lot of work. Okay, so find games you enjoy. The other example is Batman Arkham City. Now, I enjoyed Arkham Asylum, and I knew I was going to enjoy Arkham City, so I did Arkham City. Now, the idea is if you enjoy a game that's a mainstream game, for instance, if you enjoy Skyrim, you want to do Skyrim videos, good. Me, I wasn't too sure about Skyrim. The only reason why I bought Skyrim, honestly, I'll tell you a secret. The only reason why I bought Skyrim is for the collector's edition. I wanted the dragon. That's the only reason why I got it. But after I enjoyed the first 50 hours I played it, until my hard drive and the 360 went bonkers, and I haven't touched it since. So for about a month and a half, I haven't played Skyrim. So yeah, games you enjoy. With that, helps with the rest of it. One, be yourself. Don't be somebody you're not. I went into originally going the idea going, okay, people can't see me. They don't know who I am. I could sort of turn around, play it off on someone else. But then I realized, well, wait a second. If I go on to the point where I meet somebody in person, or the fact that I know for a fact two of my subscribers I know personally, they live in the same town I do, that they know who I really am, and they would watch my videos and go, that's not him. So be yourself. If you like to throw in a little humor, go ahead. With the idea of being yourself, there is one thing you would want to watch out for. Main reason. Here's a very good example. You may notice that I try not to curse in my videos, mainly because the demographic, which is the groups that watch me. One of my larger demographics is an age group of 13 to 17. Now, 17-year-olds, okay, but the 13 younger, you don't want them. You don't want to be a bad role model. So you go with the point that you want to be. I'm not saying you have to be the cleanest person on the internet. You don't have to be Mr. I am perfect. No, be yourself. Make it entertaining. That's another point. Make your gameplay commentary entertaining. Don't go in and go, okay, yeah, all right, I'm playing Minecraft. Okay, I'm digging. I gotta make an axe. I gotta make a pick. Don't be like that. Turn around and go, oh, okay, well, for now we're going to turn around and dig down here, see what we can find. Go down and, oh, there's a skeleton, let's kill it. You want to be an interesting narrative. Good example, and another shameless plug to myself, is the Levi's Nightmare that I did. A lot of people enjoyed it because of the narrative that I read, the way I read the notes. I made it sort of Shakespearean, I guess you can say. I put some feeling into it. Now, that's not saying that you can't turn around and sit there and talk weird every once in a while, make a noise of sound effect or anything like that, or, talk like somebody, like Marvin the Martian, go, my plutonium-24 disintegrator. I'm not saying you can't do that. Some of the better commentators, once again, Gassy, he does, voices. But yeah, be yourself and make it interesting. I'm not saying try to be perfectly clean. Try to, be courteous, basically, in the way you speak. Another tip is, if you're tired or you're not feeling well, get some rest. I know for a fact that a couple people would turn around. I know for a fact a couple people lost a couple subscribers because they turn around. They're like, oh, I have to get this out, but they had the flu, so they're like, they're talking and they're all clogged up like this, and they're sneezing, and a lot of people were turned off by that. It's like, get some rest, take care of yourself. Another tip is, just as a courtesy, but times it can't be avoided. Don't be, and I've done it where I'll pick up a cup like this and my throat will start feeling dry. I'll be like, excuse me 1 second, I'll take a sip. Don't sit there, go, oh, I'm playing it. Oh, wait a second, and stop your character, go, and drink a whole cup of pop or tea or water or milk or whatever. Excuse yourself for a second. If possible, pause the recording. Because in a way, I don't want to say it's rude, but in a way it's not courteous. One that's really hard for me, especially since I got the live cam, is the fact I got a nasty habit of smoking, which none of you should smoke. First off, here's a public service announcement. I think I've mentioned this before. Don't smoke. It's a nasty habit, and where I live, buying 1 carton of cigarettes is a game at GameStop. So it's, in the long run, it turns around and makes your hobby of video gaming easier. What can I say? Turn around and not buy 6 cartons of cigarettes for 2 months. I could turn around buying their game system. Give you a point. That one's hard for me because, that's where occasionally you heard in my earlier Minecraft videos, you heard, or you hear. That's where I wasn't thinking, and seeing I didn't have the face cam, I'm like, okay, I can have a cigarette. I need a cigarette. Try not to. Okay. So just, it's common courtesy in a way. Yeah. And of course, if you burp, excuse me, that's just common stuff. Um, but other than that, like if you want to turn on add a sound effect, like I know Nova's got one of those tubes that goes, it makes it sound like a weird moo cow noise. That's fine. It's adding a sound effect. Don't do it constantly, but you add a sound effect here and there. That's the other advantage of my separate notebook client for Skype, is the fact that I am going to have a soundboard on there that I can occasionally add something just to spice it up a little. But with that being said, also don't be too ridiculous. Like I said, if you want some good examples, watch Gassie's videos, especially the ones where he's like face cam in Skyrim. And the series that he does with Dan's News, where it's the Serenity Mines. Those are two very good things to watch to catch and pick up on things. And that's the final thing I can say is watch others, learn from others. I admit I'm not perfect. And to be honest with you, I'm still trying to figure out how some of you guys thought I worked in radio. I mean, is my voice that good? Maybe I should try to get a radio show. Yeah, right. Do my own podcast from here. I don't know. That would be something interesting. That'd be a whole different thing. That would be cool though. But on that point, that all works really well for single player. Now, when it gets multiplayer, it gets a little hectic. You have people screaming over each other, and the one last thing I'm going to put out here before I close out the tech tips for now is that when you're recording, how can I say, try not to talk too soft. Because if you talk too soft, you might not have just heard what I said. And don't try to talk too loud. When you turn around and do commentary, talk in your normal voice, your normal level. If you are one of the people that might talk a little software, yeah, do you talk software? I do. If you talk soft, that's where the advantage of the mixer comes, because then you can tune up the mic a little bit, or when you render it, you can bring it up. But there is one last thing, and this sort of does deal with software, and I should have mentioned it with the games. Excuse me while I scratch my head. To protect yourself doing video game commentary playthroughs, turn off the music. That's where I got the little glitch with Levi's Nightmare. Because yes, I have permission to turn around and do the software. I have permission to turn around and do the game. But because of different permission you need for the music, that's where I ran into the problem. Because the game company does not own the copyrights to the music. The composer / songwriter / performer owns the copyrights. So where Notch says, yeah, do whatever you want with the game, that's fine, but he has no say over the music because C418 owns the rights to the music, and he is now selling the music. So it's a little... And I just noticed I don't have my blue cover on. In case you're wondering what my blue cover I mentioned my other video, the blue light of death. Okay. So yeah, just a quick recap. Watch others, learn. Be yourself. If you're tired or you're not feeling well, hold off. You got to remember, if you're just starting out, you're doing this as a hobby. You're not doing it as a job. You don't have to put out video every day. That's one thing I learned right off the way. I thought I had to turn around and put out 15 million videos a day so people can watch them. No. Put out one or two. Put out, if you got 3 games you're playing and you're recording all of them, put like 1 or 2 episodes of each game out a day. You know, put one out in the morning, put one out in midday, and put one out before you go to bed. You know, split it up. Because people are going to be like, oh, okay, you know. And they'll be like, oh, cliffhanger. Come back and watch the next part. Or they'll turn around and be like, okay, well, we can watch this guy for 12 and a half straight hours, turn around and play the campaign of Modern Warfare 3, and then we'll forget about him. Because you turn around and do it slower, release it later, you know, parts with spaces in between. They might go, oh, okay, well, I enjoyed his Modern Warfare Part 1. Let's see what else he's done. Might give you a chance. I know that's helped me. But like I said, you know, I'm going to repeat this because I got sidetracked. Be yourself. Learn from others. Make time to do it where you are awake, where you're not feeling tired, you're not feeling well. Do it when you have the energy. Be yourself. Buy games and commentate over games that you like or that you think you would like, not what you think others want to see. If you turn around, you can do like me. I turn around and go, okay, well, I'm turning around playing this. If you have any suggestions for anything else you would like to see, mention it and read your comments. That is the utmost last thing I'm going to mention. You turn around, put videos up, read your comments, because there will be some helpful info in there. You'll also get trolls. Believe me, you will. But, you know, trolls you can ignore. Helpful hints, don't. Because there may be a hint in there or a suggestion in there that may make you more popular. That will help you out. Believe me. This is coming from experience. I can vouch for it. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah. So, on that note, finally, as this is probably, I'm hoping this is going to be the last episode of the Tech Time Tips. I hope that any and all of the tech/tech time, or should I say tech time/tech time tips, have helped you. I'm glad they did. Like I said, it's just my experience, and my experience has run for 9 months, and the 9 months I have gone from 2 subscribers from day one to 100 plus now. I don't know. I forget how many. But I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. I'm gonna try to do this quick so that okay. Yeah, you know, I went from 2 subscribers from day one to 9 months later having 115. It's not the greatest, but like I said, I'm doing this as a hobby. I'm doing this fun. If I turn around and by some pure having somebody watch, the right person watch one of my videos, go, hey, this guy's good, and turn around and you get offered, even, I'm not saying offered a job, but offered to turn around and play. Somebody goes, hey, I've seen your videos, you're pretty good, you want to join us, you want to play games with us and commentate, then you just snowball and go further. Like I said, I'm doing this as a hobby. If I turn around with the revenue I get from the ads, that's just the added benefit. That's a fringe benefit. If I turn around and do good enough in Machinima, which, no, I have not sent that in yet. If Machinima goes, hey, yeah, you're good, we want you over here, then good. I am using this as practice. And that's the other thing. Practice makes perfect. Keep practicing, keep trying it. You will get better. You're not going to turn around and get worse. You're going to get better. The only way I would get worse right now is if I'm watching these videos and making these videos and all of a sudden I had all 115 subscribers at the moment drop off the face of the earth. That's the only way I would get worse, if I started losing people like crazy. Which I did lose some. But I'm like, okay, I kept going. Gained a lot of people. Find your niche. Whether it's playing first-person shooters, playing MMOs. I forgot to mention that. That's a good point. Find a niche. First-person shooters, MMOs, RPGs, adventures, shooters, racing, aircraft simulation. That's an oddball one. You don't see that one that much. Classic arcade games, and the same idea with, if you decide to make machinimas, which I cannot speak for fully because I haven't made a machinima, is, planning, think it out. See here, I'm starting to go with one of my examples of what not to do. I'm starting to get tired and I'm forgetting what I'm saying. But plan things out, know what you want to do. Try to stick to the plan. Because if you don't stick to the plan, it'll never work. Well, I can't say it'll never work. It just won't work as good. It'll take longer. So, but anyway, enough of my rambling, because I could turn a ramble on for another 12 hours if I wanted to. So this has been WLJK. I'll leave you guys go. Remember, go ahead and check out my other videos if you haven't seen the other parts for the tech times and stuff. Check them out. Just a reminder, I'm sort of back on the schedule with the Tuesday updates. I might go back to the idea of doing one every other week instead of every week, because it is rather slow right now. And the fact that I don't know what I'm going to get next to play. I'm sort of waiting for Hawken to come out and say, hey, here's the beta, go for it. So I can't think of anything else. Try and look at my other screens, see if there was any notes I left up there. So yeah, this has been WLJK. I'll let you guys go. Hopefully these were helpful. I know it can be frustrating, believe me. But when you get to that point where you start getting subscribers rolling in, then it makes you feel better, and you continue on working. And one last thing, don't get cocky, because then you will start losing subscribers. So I shall let you go. I think I'm going to render these and go to sleep. So catch you later.